NTIA relents on BEAD letter of credit requirements. USDA announces a fourth round of Reconnect funding. Iowa awards $149 million for broadband projects, and the FCC looks to redefine broadband speed. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Big news regarding the contentious letter of credit requirements for BEAD. NTIA announcing this week programmatic waivers which will ease the current mandate for funding recipients to provide a letter from a specific type of bank for at least 25% of the provider's award, along with an opinion letter from legal counsel stating that in the event of bankruptcy proceedings, the court would not treat the letter of credit as property. Changes will allow providers to obtain letters of credit from certain credit unions, and if performance bonds are obtained with a value of at least 100% of the awarded amount, they no longer have to provide a bankruptcy opinion letter. Much more on this development in the coming weeks. USDA announcing a fourth round of funding for the Reconnect program, $274 million for high-speed internet grants and loans. Among the awards, $25 million grants to Arctic Slope Telephone Association Cooperative, that's in Alaska, Big Bend Telephone Company, and East Tex Telephone Cooperative in Texas. The Chickasaw Nation in Oklahoma will receive just less than $25 million, $24.8 million slated for Central New Mexico Electric Cooperative, $24.7 million going to WNM Communications in New Mexico, and Pine Cellular Phones Incorporated in Oklahoma. All providers receiving awards plan to deploy high-speed fiber. The official national broadband standard will soon be defined as 100 megabits download and 20 upload. The FCC launching a notice of inquiry focused on universal deployment, affordability, adoption, availability, and equitable access to broadband. The current broadband definition of 25/3 was set in 2015. Along with looking to update the new standard to 100/20, the FCC seeking comments on the future national goal of 1 gigabit per second over 500 megabits per second. Also from the FCC this week, authorization of $18 billion in enhanced ACAM rural broadband funding over the next 15 years. Enhanced ACAM, established in July and is part of the FCC Universal Service Fund program. A total of 388 small incumbent rural broadband providers will take part in the program, with new service to more than 700,000 locations and improved service to more than 2 million locations in 44 states. $149 million in funding has been awarded by the Empower Rural Iowa Broadband Program. Among the top awards, $20.4 million to Citizens Mutual Telephone Cooperative, $19.1 million to Mediacom. A total of 33 companies have a share of the funding announced this week. 4 companies have been designated as reserve awardees. This round of the Empower Rural Iowa program was funded through the Federal Capital Projects Fund with the goal of incentivizing broadband infrastructure build-outs in areas most in need of expansion. Sci-Fi Networks launching yet another Fiber City project, this one in the Michigan cities of Farmington and Farmington Hills. The $70 million Farmington area Fiber City project slated to provide access to roughly 50,000 households, businesses, and institutions with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Michigan's Robin program has awarded a total of $203 million in grants for broadband projects. 2 of the largest awards went to a pair of electric companies, Great Lakes Energy winning 3 grants totaling $46.6 million, Midwest Energy winning $25.2 million. Other winners, 123Net, 1 grant for $28.4 million, Frontier with a single grant of $22.3 million, Surf Internet, 1 grant for $16.9 million, and Charter, 5 grants totaling $12.2 million. The future of ad-supported streaming tiers of service could make a sizable impact on your budget. Research from Parks Associates reveals that consumers could save $366 a year by switching from premium subscription tiers to ad-based options. The complete study will be presented later this month as part of the annual Future of Video event. How much is artificial intelligence playing a role in what you watch? Probably more than you think. And when it comes to advertising, consumers pay more attention to ads when they are contextually targeted with AI. 4 times more attention. A new study by AVCA, the Alliance for Video Level Contextual Advertising, shows that AI-enabled contextually targeted ads both attract and hold consumer attention, resulting in 300% higher aided brand recall versus unaided brand recall of ads using standard demographic data and metadata. After a virtually flawless debut a couple of months back, YouTube TV's NFL Sunday Ticket had a rough go of it this past weekend. Pixelization and buffering issues plaguing their opening slate of games. Subscribers have shelled out $349 for the annual package, and many were calling for refunds. And while I don't have an NFL Sunday Ticket subscription, I can vouch for Amazon Prime's Thursday Night Football streaming presentation. Flawless. Certainly their last broadcast with Pittsburgh knocking off the Titans. Go Steelers. And finally, this note from the Foundation for Rural Service. Registration now open for the 2024 FRS Youth Tour. That brings high school students and chaperones from rural communities all across the nation to Washington, D.C. for 5 days so that they learn about legislative and agency processes along with the important role of broadband services. Registration runs through April the 1st, and if you'd like more information, visit the NTCA events registration page or by email to youthtour@frs.org. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.